Ebony K. Williams is a textbook example of what YouTuber Real Man Allen 703 talked about many years ago: grandma's lies, generational curse. Sad. Just sad. Now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book The Man Crisis comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today. Reality star Eboni K. Williams says she's going on a single motherhood journey. I didn't know women intentionally became single mothers, but here we are. Now, this announcement from Eboni K. Williams comes 1 week after a bombshell interview that she did with Iyanla Vanzant, where she said that she would not want to date a bus driver. Now, the term bus driver was actually a code word for black men, and the statement where she says that she wants to go on a single motherhood journey could basically be seen as another denouncement of heterosexual black men, because what Eboni K. Williams is saying with this announcement is that she would rather have a baby through an in vitro fertilization, possibly, than have a child with a black man. And that's basically why she basically scoffed at getting involved with a bus driver, because to her, bus driver was a code word for black man, and she would rather go out here and go on a single motherhood journey rather than get involved with a black man. And she doesn't want to get involved with a black man because this strong, independent, single, successful, educated black woman does not want to submit to the authority of a black man in a relationship. And this is what I go in depth on in my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. And what Eboni K. Williams is doing here is basically throwing up a finger at the Most High God who created her, and saying that she's going to be defiant until the end. She is basically wanting to say that she wants no parts of God's order, and she wants no parts of being a helpmeet to a black man. No, she would rather go out here and continue walking on the wide path with the devil rather than submit to the order and authority of God. That's what Eboni K. Williams is saying with this statement of extreme hubris. She is saying she would rather be a single mother under the order of Satan rather than go out here and build a family with a black man, because she has deep contempt for heterosexual black men, and she doesn't want to be under the authority of a black man. Now, I don't know what type of relationship she had with her father, or if she had a relationship with her father, but it looks like to me that Eboni K. Williams is one of these women who has severe daddy issues, and it's those severe daddy issues that have her acting out in a dysfunctional fashion. And she's one of these women who is just so full of herself, believing that since she is on the same, believes she's on the same level as a man in white supremacy's order, she believes that she wants to maintain that power and authority that was given to her by white supremacists, that she would rather go out here and be defiant and go out here on her own, to the point where she doesn't even want to have a family at all. No, she wants to become a single mother because she believes she wants to maintain the power that she believes she was given under white supremacy. She would rather go out here and be a single mom rather than submit to the authority of a black man. She would rather go out here and try to have a child on her own. And what she's going to do is be so proud, and be so proud as to the point where she's going to go out here and try to make things work the same way many black women try to make things work as part of the welfare state. They want to go out here because they are too proud to admit they need the help of a man. What they want to do is go out here and say, I'm the proud woman who did it all, and try to use that victim status to make people feel sorry for them. And they don't want to go out here and have somebody else help them. No, they want to be the one who is the one who can say they had to do it all, because they don't want to go out here and submit to another person or ask for the help and support of another person. And it's this type of frame of thinking that led to many black children suffering, and led to many black children growing up to become the children of the corn. And that's what's going to sadly happen with Eboni K. Williams. Even though she's this single successful black woman, she's basically a narcissist, and this narcissist has no regard for the child that she wants to bring into this world. No, all she's thinking about is what she wants, and what she doesn't understand is she's getting ready to plant the seeds of thorns and briars as related to this child, because a child without a father oftentimes grows up to become a child of the corn. And that child, if they're raised by a narcissist like an Eboni K. Williams, what that child becomes is a child of the corn who grows up to become a thorn and briar like their mother, because the mother is too proud to admit that she can't do everything on her own. And this is, again, her trying to be extremely arrogant to the point where she believes that she can go out here and participate in the whole dysfunctional paradigm of raising a child on her own, and heaven help that child if that child is a boy, because this arrogant woman is going to believe that she can raise a boy to become a man, but the only man she's going to make is a man in crisis, because this woman wants to go on her single motherhood journey, but her single motherhood journey is basically going to lead to a child who is not going to be able to go anywhere in the future, because I've seen many of the children of single mothers, and the children of single mothers oftentimes grow up to become dysfunctional adults. And those children grow up to become dysfunctional adults because their mothers are too proud to admit they need the help of a man, because a child needs two parents, and a child can't get two parents when a mother is so full of herself that she wants to go on a single motherhood journey. Now, this is just the second time I have seen a black woman participate in this kind of plan for having a child. The first time I saw somebody have this plan to have a child on their own was with actress Halle Berry, who did not want to submit to the leadership and authority of black men like Eric Benet or David Justice, and was so arrogant to the point where she was saying that she wanted to have a child with Michael Ealy without ever consulting Michael Ealy if this is something he wanted to do. And when Michael Ealy saw that he could not be the head of his household and the father of his children and have charge over them, this is why he wound up leaving Halle Berry, because this defiant and arrogant woman went out here and decided that she was going to have a child on her terms, but those terms oftentimes are not ones that are good for the children. And this is the same type of thing that Eboni K. Williams wants to go out here and promote. She wants to go out here and promote the idea, oh, I'm going to become a single mother. But the reason why she's on the road to becoming a single mother is because, no, she doesn't want to respect another man due to the daddy issues that she has. And she doesn't want to respect a man because she wants to be the one who basically runs the household. And she wants to be the one who runs the household and the family because she does not trust the leadership of any man unless he's a white man. Now, Eboni K. Williams had no problem being a side piece to a white male executive, and she thought that that was a covert contract she could turn into a relationship. But when that relationship failed, she expressed contempt because she knew that she had no options for white men that she deified and worshiped. And with her out here not being able to get a relationship with any black and any man, she did not want to go out here and have to settle for black men. No, she didn't want to settle for black men and being in a relationship with black men she thought who were beneath her. No, she didn't want to get involved with black men she thought would be beneath her, and she thinks it's better to go out here and have a child by herself. And I believe if she does go out here and get some sperm donor, what she's going to do is go out here and look for a white sperm donor, the same as Debrat did when she wanted to have her child. I believe that what Eboni K. Williams is so full of herself that she basically is looking to have a IVF child from a white seed, and because she wants a child from a white seed, what she wants to do is be able to avoid having to deal with a black seed, and that's why she doesn't want to deal with the quote-unquote bus driver. She doesn't want to deal with the quote-unquote bus driver because she doesn't want black seed. No, she wants a white child so that she can have that biracial baby that she actually wanted to have with that white CEO who treated her like a side piece and not a girlfriend. And again, it just goes how Eboni K. Williams basically is one of these women who is just out there and Arkham certified. She's an arrogant, really lost woman who, while she's got all of this so-called success, she can't see that her success financially doesn't deal with the fact that she's basically white media's court jester, because as she's out here making these announcements and statements, there are a whole host of white supremacists out here laughing at her because they look at her and see her as the failure she is. She's out here announcing that she's want to be a single mother. And again, when you have a woman announcing that she wants to be a single mother, that shows that this woman has low self-esteem, low self-worth, and they mask this with the hubris as related to their college degrees and their job. They mask this with a facade that shows how they are just trying to use their economic and financial success to cover up all of their insecurities. And as they cover up all of their insecurities, what they do is go out here and show us, sadly, that this woman is a sad, pathetic individual, because no woman aspires to go out here and be a single mother. No, the only women who aspire to be single mothers are those who have low self-esteem and low self-worth, because every woman out here, they want to plan to have a family and a marriage. And those who want to get married, what they do is assess their values and character. Unfortunately, Eboni K. Williams is too proud to admit where she's wrong. And like many black women who have this pride, they would rather go out here and stay in dysfunction rather than make changes to their lives. And because they don't want to make changes, they make the old adage, pride comes before a fall, come true. And that's sadly what's going to happen to Eboni K. Williams. She's one of these women who is so proud about her so-called success in the world that she wants to hold on to that so-called success, and she does not want to go out here and surrender to God and be a part of his order. And because she's so proud of her success in the world, quote-unquote success, she does not want to surrender to God. And this whole situation shows that she doesn't even want to hear the wisdom of those like Iyanla Vanzant, who is one of these feminists who basically has learned the hard way. Again, this is a woman who is so proud and arrogant that she is not even listening to those who have the same experiences as her. And instead of listening to those people, she wants to continue going onward further down a road to dysfunction. And what's really sad about this whole situation is she wants to bring a child into this world to further perpetuate the generational curse that Real Man Allen 73 talked about around 2009. I remember Real Man Allen 73, a YouTuber I haven't seen in years, made this brilliant video talking about how grandma's lies led to a generational curse, and this generational curse led to the grandmother becoming a single mother, the mother becoming a single mother, and the daughter becoming a single mother. And it was all because all of these women were indoctrinated into feminism. All of these women were too proud to admit they were wrong. And because these women were too proud to admit they were wrong, they wound up making mistakes that destroyed their lives, destroyed their daughters' lives, and destroyed their granddaughters' lives. And it was like a perpetuation of dysfunction that fit what the late David Carroll talked about as related to the race rising no higher than the moral position of its women. And as the woman goes, so goes the race. And the direction we see Eboni K. Williams taking her family into is a legacy of dysfunction, because when a woman has a child without a father, that child is either going to grow up to become a man or woman in crisis, and they're going to grow up to become a man or woman in crisis, because they're not going to get all of the survival skills that they need to survive the world. They're not going to get all the life skills they're going to need to survive in the world, and they're not going to get the guidance or see behaviors modeled for them. And again, a woman like Eboni K. Williams basically can't model healthy behavior because she has a lot of self-hatred issues as related to herself, because she doesn't see a black man as somebody she wants to get involved with, and again expresses her contempt because again the word bus driver was code word for black man, and she would rather try to go and get the seed of an anonymous white man rather than have a child with a black father that they will know. And again, this just shows how deep the self-hatred is as related to this Arkham certified woman. And this Arkham certified woman is being presented in the mainstream media for a reason. She's being perpetuated in the mainstream media because the mainstream media has a narrative where they want to promote single motherhood, and Eboni K. Williams is just another face in that narrative. Like Halle Berry, like Tia Mowry, all of these women want to promote the idea of single motherhood as being something standard for black women. And again, this is Hollywood pushing more of its anti-black racism, passively giving a platform to an Eboni K. Williams, but aggressively promoting anti-black family narratives, because what they want to do is promote the idea, oh, the black woman can have a single motherhood journey, but they ain't going to promote that narrative with a white woman. No, they're not going to promote that narrative with a white woman talking about single motherhood journey. If you promote that with a white woman, what will happen is those white media outlets are going to denounce that because they want their children to have fathers, but they don't mind somebody like Eboni K. Williams promoting this dysfunctional narrative that has destroyed black families for the last 60 years, because we've had women like Eboni K. Williams going about a single motherhood journey, talking about how they're going to be the mother and the father, and talking about how they're going to be out here raising a child on their own, and how they can go out here and do things like raise a boy to be a man. These are the type of narratives that started out in the 60s and the 70s, and in 2023 are still continuing to be perpetuated by just proud and arrogant women who would rather leave their lives in dysfunction and hold on to those narratives rather than admit to the Most High that they are wrong as related to the Most High. And the Most High made men and women to work together. He made men and women to form families. He did not mean for women to be strong and independent. He made women to be the helpmeets and servants of men. He did not mean for a woman to go out here and be without a man. But we have proud, arrogant women like Eboni K. Williams who deify and worship white people and believe white supremacy is their religion. They believe they don't need no man, and because white supremacy told them they don't need no man, they hold on to the religion of white supremacy and want to try to make this religion of white supremacy work on God's earth. And it's never going to work. And the only thing that's going to happen to these women is they're going to wind up trying to do the exact same thing and get a different result. And 60 years later, they still don't understand that this is the definition of insanity, because the definition of insanity is trying to do the exact same thing and expect a different result. And with many of these women like Eboni K. Williams, they want to go out here and prove white supremacy's points about being strong and independent, not needing a man, and being able to raise children on their own. But the Most High never meant for anybody to raise a child on their own. He never meant for anybody to be strong and independent, and he made women to be with men. Unfortunately, many of these women like Eboni K. Williams, they hold on to white supremacy like it's their official religion, and because that white man is their God, they will go out here and try to make this work with single motherhood journeys that take them on a road to hell. And that single motherhood journey has taken many women into a hellish life. But Eboni K. Williams wants to believe that things are going to be different. But from what I've seen all over the world over the last 60 years, the women who want to go out here and go on the single motherhood journey wind up on a trip that they regret. And I've heard from women like Keke Palmer and many others saying that they now regret the single motherhood journey. And again, they're regretting it because they understand, okay, they wanted to be defiant, they wanted to be belligerent, they wanted to go against God, but everybody's arms are too short to box with God, and those who try to box with God wind up broken. And sadly, that's why pride is going to come after the fall for Eboni K. Williams, and she is going to fall because she's going to be one of these proud, strong, independent black women who don't need a man, and she's going to fall because when you try to do things outside the will of God, you wind up in a very bad place. Now, if you want to learn why women like Eboni K. Williams are single, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to learn why women like Eboni K. Williams wind up on the road to dysfunction, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos about celebrities, you can send a donation to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many black women can't find a husband and why 70% of black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.